This is Kathy, or Catherine, or Kat, and she's 21 today. We met when we were 12 and didn't get close until we were 13, but that's when she moved away. Technically speaking, she was my first long distance relationship, if you can call it that. And for the past 7 going on 8 years, she has been my emergency contact and the person I called almost every night. And even though it's less now, she's genuinely just my best friend. So for 8 years of friendship, I wanted to know the 8 lessons that she and this friendship have taught me. Happy birthday. Number 1, long distance and discipline. One of the things that defines our friendship is long distance. We've never been in the same place. However, we always make it work, and we called, texted, and talked whenever we could to build a solid foundation so we can learn to trust each other. And the key isn't frequency, but rather supporting each other, especially when the other person needed it. Number 2, things always get better. Having had Kathy during my middle school, high school, and post-secondary experience, truly every problem is temporary. There is always a resolution, but the key is to be grounded and hear everyone's perspective before jumping to any conclusions or making any impulsive decisions. Because even though sometimes we want to feed into what Catherine says, the Lulu is a Salulu, we need to be realistic. And we can't be realistic if we're just hearing things we want to hear or going about issues wanting to just hear the easy way out. It's important to have someone be realistic with you and really keep you grounded so that you can move on from things once you're ready to do so. Number 3, it's okay to have nothing going on. This has taken us years to figure it out, but when you go through middle school, high school, and honestly just life, you are going to have periods of conflict or drama. And it always feels like it's the end of the world, but it's really not. In fact, we always had something to update each other on or someone to talk about. But once you pass that situation, you realize that truly everything was so trivial. And more importantly, people don't care as much as we think. Kathy and I now love our peace, and using that fun sticker book or just coloring with alcohol markers. It's okay to just not have anything going on and no drama, no problems. Number 4, silence doesn't mean you have nothing to talk about. I've had some people ask me in our years of friendship, how do you guys still have things to talk about? Because we'll call for hours and hours on end and never get bored of each other. But the answer is literally nothing. We build conversation out of thin air, and honestly, it is just about enjoying each other's company. You don't need to have people or things to talk about. In fact, silence speaks louder than words. I think sitting in silence with someone is so much more intimate than having surface level conversations. Number 5, arguably one of my favorites, chase your dreams. One of the things that Kathy and I had to face together and still are uncertain of is our career paths. So if you couldn't tell, Kathy is such a fashionable girl, so she studies fashion, and I went to study business. These were not easy decisions. Kathy and I were bouncing between what was realistic, attainable, stable, and what we can really build our lives out of. But what I've learned from this is that it pays off to just follow what you want to do. While I am studying business, I am still pursuing things I want on the side, clearly. And she is doing so many great things right now that, truly, things could not have turned out better. So while it's okay to not know, it's not okay to know, but not to try. Number 6, don't let partners disrupt your friendships. Now, I think this is quite self-explanatory, but this hasn't actually happened in our friendship, so it was just something I wanted to note down. Number 7, it's okay to be different. Growing up, we had the same interests, the same music, and our tastes were very similar. But we also ended up growing up with different people and ended up having different lives. So naturally, we start changing. And that's okay. Because while we are completely different people now than we were back when we were in elementary school, it just proves that differences don't create distance, but it just brings something unique from each person to bring to the table. And finally, number 8, always cheer from the sidelines. From a young age, I realized that Kathy and I would never have the traditional friendship that other people my age had. And we were just simply on screens every single night. And sometimes it felt isolating. I felt like I couldn't be the best friend that she needed, that I saw other people being. Like I couldn't be there for her graduation or for her prom or for her first job. But I think the term best friend is pretty broad. And the most important part of it is to cheer for the other always. If anything, Kathy's moving away really accelerated the maturity of our friendship and the learning curve that is adult friendships. You truly don't need to see each other or call each other all the time, but you need to have trust and support in one another. So building that foundation from the start is very critical. Okay, now I'm gonna put my script away. Okay, so I'm just gonna bring the video back. So I know Kathy will always be there for me at the end of the day, and on the days when it gets darkest, I will always be there to provide her, light. More importantly, I will always trust and support her no matter how old we get, where we are, however we end up. And I just love this girl so much. Happy birthday. You are genuinely one of the best people I know, and I cannot wait to see what 21 brings you. Happy birthday, and I just love you so, so, so much.